Hello and welcome. In this video, we will learn more about numbers. Okay. Now, let me create a variable 3 and I'll say let b equal to 3.54. Alright. Now, you know that these two are numbers or they belong to the data type numbers. So let us check that. I'll say type of and a. Alright. So I get number. I'll change this to b and I get number. This is an integer. This is floating point or this is without decimal and this is with decimal value. Alright. Now both are treated as number or both fall under the category or data type of number. Alright. Now you can do operations with these numbers. So let us do that now. Alright. So I'll say let C is equal to A plus B. Okay. And here I'll log to the console C. Okay. So let me run it to get 6.54. So it has added A and B and stored in C, and then I'm logging to the console C, which is 6.54. Now you know that we can have numbers as strings, correct? So if we have a number inside quotes, then it will be treated as string. So now A is string, B is string. Now if we say A plus B, we will get 33.54, or this is concatenated with this. Okay, it is not added like numbers, it is added like strings. Alright, so you know this too. Let me delete this. Okay, let me delete this. So this is number, this is string. So when we add it, we get 33.54. Alright. So even if one is number, one is string, both will be converted to string and we get concatenation. Okay. Now we can convert this string to number. Alright. So on websites, when you have a box where you take number as value, that number will be stored as string, and to convert that into number we can use number function. Okay, so here I'll say let new C. All right, so let new, not C, B, let new B is equal to number. Okay, number, and inside we will have B. Okay, B. Now basically what we are saying is convert the string stored in B into a number. So this is the function that we use for it. Convert it into number and then store it in new B. Alright, and now here I have to say new B. Okay, new B, because new B is a number. Now when I run it, you can see it changes to 6.54. That is because it is 3 here, and here new B is the number 3.54 and not the string, and so this is added like number and we have 6.54. Okay, so this is how you can create or you can change the data type, or you can change string to number. Now let us do something. Let me delete this. Let me say let f name equal to Ravi. Alright, let first name equal to Ravi, and now I'll say let new f name equal to number. Okay, number, and inside I'll say f name. Now what I'm trying to do is, this is a string, and I'm trying to convert this string into a number. Alright, number. So let us see what result we get. I'll say console.log and I'll say new fname. Okay. So when I run it, I get NaN. So NaN in JavaScript means not a number. Okay, not a number. Now we are trying to convert string into number, but this string is not of numbers. It is of characters, letters of English alphabet, and so Ravi cannot be converted to number, and so it says not a number. Whereas if we had 4, 5, 6 and if we had run it, we would have gotten 4, 5, 6 number. Okay, so NaN means not a number. Now we can check if a number is NaN or not using isNaN method. Okay, so let us try that now. I'll delete this and I'll say const x is equal to is NaN. Okay, is nan, and in bracket I'll say 9. Okay, 9. Now I'll log to the console x. All right, x. So let us check out what we get. We get false. So 9 is a number, and so is NaN comes out as false. Okay, is NaN comes out as false because this is a number. Now let me put a string here. I'll say Ravi. Okay, Ravi, and now when I run it, it comes out as true. So is this not a number? That is what we are asking. Is Ravi not a number? Yes, it is not a number. This is a string. Okay, this is a string. Whereas if we say 10, this is like asking, is 10 not a number? And when we run it, we get false because 10 is a number. Alright. So this is how we use isNaN to check whether something is number or not. Next, we can check if a number is integer or not by using integer method. Okay, method and not function. So we'll do something here. We'll say const. Okay, const, and I'll say num equal to 32. All right, and I'll say console.log. All right, and number. Okay, number dot is integer. Okay, number dot is integer. Number dot is integer because this is a method. Okay, now you will get hang of this as you progress. All right, so number we are using is integer method, and inside which is the number which I want to check if it is integer or not, it is this, correct? So num. Okay, so when I run it, I get this error. So what is it? Yeah, okay, so I have misspelled it. It is integer, not integer, and it is true. So 32 is an integer, and so it comes out as true. All right, now let me have 32.1. Now this is a floating point and not an integer, you know that. So we should be getting false. So let us check that. We get false because this is floating point and not an integer. Okay, now we can convert a string into integer. Right, so we can convert a string into integer using parseInt method. Okay, using parseInt method. So let us do that. So I'll say num equal to, let me say 67. Now this is string, you know that, correct? I want to convert this string into integer, and that is by using parseInt method. So I'll say const num2 is equal to number dot parse, p is small and int, I is capital. Okay, do not forget that. And which is the one that I want to convert to string? It is, convert to integer. It is num. All right, num. And now let me log to the console num2. Alright, num2. So when I run it, I get 67. You can check the type of, okay, type of num2. It is number, okay, it is number. Whereas if I remove this and if I run this, you can see I have a string, okay, string. Next, you can also do this, alright, you can also do this. I'll say 67.777, alright. Now what is this? This is a floating point, correct? This is a floating point number, it has decimals. Now let me say const num2 is equal to, what is it? Number dot parse int and inside num, okay, num. And here let me delete this and let me run it. I'm getting 67, which is wrong. Yeah, what is it? Yeah, here it has to be num2, okay, num2. So when I run this, I get 67. So basically this string which has a floating point inside is converted into an integer. Alright, we use parse int method to convert this into an integer. So integer doesn't have decimal values, and so those are omitted. Okay, those are omitted and you have only 67. Whereas you can use the same to convert a floating point into integer too. Now this is floating point, 67.777 is floating point. We can convert this into integer by using same parse int method. Okay, so let us run that and we get 67. Okay, now what if we want to have this as float itself? Okay, so now it is 67.777 and if I use parse int, it gives me 67. But what if I want floating point itself? Exactly what I see here. To get that, we use parse float, okay, parse float method. So basically parse float converts this string into a floating point number. So now when I run it, I get 67.777. And now you can check the type of. So it comes out as number, okay, number. So this is how you convert a string to either integer or number. Alright. Next, you can store large numbers using e, okay, e. So I want to store 10 into e power 5, 10 e power 5. So let me console log it, console log x. So 10 into e power 5 is 10 lakh, okay, 10 lakh. Now, what if we want to store small number? For that, just use minus 5, 10 e power minus 5. So when I run it, I get 0.0001, right? So this is how you can store large or small numbers. Alright? Yes. So that's it for this video. Okay? These are some of the basic methods that we use with numbers. Go ahead and practice the things that we have learnt in this video. I'll see you in the next video. Till then, take care and thank you for watching.
Thank you.